Introducing for the second time Officer Garrison, badge number 50. Officer Garrison and I have a little history from one of my other videos where he received a less than flattering nickname. However, in accordance with my usual sense of humor and his willingness to act professionally, respectfully, and answer my question politely, showing my evaluation of him may need adaptation, he's being promoted to Officer Garrison. I'm sure he isn't fond of me, and I'm sure I couldn't give a shit less, but I do try to give credit where credit is due, despite his department in general being incapable of recognizing fairness and justice if either jumped up on their desk and took a giant shit in their coffee. Oops, I'm off track again. On to the video.
I'm going to come in on this one so I don't run yet. I'm coming on this one from kind of a blind spot approach. That's 222. Excuse me. How's it going today? Can I get your name and badge number? Hey, I got a question for you. If you were ordered to unconstitutionally violate people's rights and confiscate their firearms by the government, would you abide by that order? No, you wouldn't? I appreciate that, sir, and I salute you.
Warning. Hostile comments and opinions incoming. Contacts 12! Oh, sorry. Just a flashback from a recent Call of Duty game. Anyway, this is going to be a long one, but not as long as it should be. Off we go. Oops, I forgot. Let's get this out of the way. That ought to get me a couple thumbs down. Moving on. Someone brought up a thought I also had considered. That was, will they lie? I'm not psychic. I can only throw out a few ideas to consider before deciding for yourselves. First, motivation. Of course they might lie due to motivations such as not wanting to appear to be pieces of shit in a video.
Sometimes a man has to be big enough to see how small he is.
They might say no but think yes. I think you should consider what the most pressing concern for them would be, my video, or their superiors seeing them say they would refuse an order from them if it violates the Constitution. I'll let you decide which would be most motivating. Second, if one says they would, such as Officer Trader Black number 67, it is of course possible she just said that to seem like a good sheepish order follower to her superiors. However, I would argue if she's willing to cave at the least pressure, such as a YouTube video of her, then how much more would she cave if the scenario were real and the order actually came down, when you consider the risk to her job, retirement, benefits, etc. Third, if they say they wouldn't violate your rights, they may say that now but cave later when the heavy pressure is real. If they say they would, they may cave later and decide they would not violate such rights. Fourth, some may be afraid to indicate support for violating your rights because they fear someone is going to come out of the shadows and attack them.
You're supposed to stand for something, punk. Protect and serve, uphold the law, justice. Remember?
I wouldn't discount this as an impossibility either. At least some of them do tend to want to become threat-obsessed and have tunnel vision at the thought of a camera, while they concurrently ignore the real threats around them. If they continue to treat we the people as the enemy on the other side of their thick blue line, to be discounted, ignored, and masters of, they will receive exactly what they have bred, what they have asked for, and what they deserve. An enemy of we the people. It's their choice, let them make it. My personal opinion is that I tend to believe the ones saying they would not are probably being truthful in that moment, just as the ones claiming they would are probably being truthful in that moment. However, without having a crystal ball telling me the future, either may cave later depending on numerous variables. I truly believe those like Abby Black, from my Constitutional Cop Watch number 2 video, who so easily claim support for any order given to them without any reluctance or hesitation, are already a lost cause. In my opinion, she makes her own bed, she can shut the fuck up and lie in it as far as I'm concerned. Next. In the end, if I have to choose one over the other, I'd prefer the ones giving indication and hesitation and reluctance to blind order following, and those willing to state on the record, at least in that instant, that they would not just do whatever they are told. In that sense, it is at least an indication of potential to be reasoned with, educated, and moved to act in accordance with Constitution and rights. What you choose to like or dislike, believe or disbelieve, is of course your option. I'm not here to tell you what to think. That would make me no different than many of the piece of shit politicians and piece of shit police. I'm simply wanting you to not give up your rights, which also ensures that many others lose their rights. If you don't stop this now, you will ensure that one day an Abby Black or Nancy Pelosi or Beto O'Rourke is knocking on your door asking you to please turn in whatever it is they have determined they know is best for you not to have. And it will be done under threat of kidnapping and imprisonment by those you have granted authority and badges and guns to. I know, I've already put most of you to sleep, so I'll end here. Stop being sheep, wake up, stand up, or shut up, sit down, and enjoy your and your future generation's slavery. If we the people don't stand together against they the intended slave masters, then we will certainly all fall together. So if you want to believe these officers are lying, by all means do it. The bottom line is that you have to examine the motives, pressures, person, responses, and much more. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just here to hopefully make you think. Sleep on it. I'll wake the sheep when it's time to go to pasture.
This town is outraged, Officer Barbrady. People are tired of the police not being held accountable for their actions.